Blog Talk Radio.
Are you ready to take a bite out of the competition? Are you looking for ideas to make your business better? Welcome to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet,
sponsored by Apple Capital Group.
At the core of every successful business, you'll find people making a difference. And with each episode of the Core Business Show, we talk with those people, examine those ideas, and explore the strategies that make them special. Now, the host of the Core Business Show, Tim Jacquet.
Hey, good morning. Welcome to another episode of the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Hey, today we're going to talk about 6 social media things you should and you shouldn't do during the coronavirus. So if you have any questions, you can go ahead and tap into the chat, and I'll go ahead and answer those questions online. But let's kind of dig into the do's first. The do's. Number one, on the do's, we have probably 4, and then on the don'ts, I did 4. I mean, there are 3. So let's kind of talk about the do's. In social media, regardless of your industry, what you do and where you live, when a crisis hits, it really bound to impact your business, you and your business, just not your business alone. It's going to affect you as well. So here's 7 tips we can channel that crisis for you and kind of give you some tips of things to really think about. So one thing you want to do under the do's section is pause and breathe. It is not the worst case scenario. What you want to do is try to cut all your expenses and focus on getting yourself out there. Put some money into marketing. Put some effort into marketing. Social media is pretty much free unless you're going to promote something in particular. So use social media and talk about something that can really build your business or give a value to someone about your business. For example, if you're a donut shop, show them how you make beignets or something that you don't really sell. Or do a special, hey, for 2 hours or this particular day, we're going to do beignets. But I'm going to show you how to, or you can do beignets and ask them to come out and try it and then show them how to make it. You don't sell beignets on a regular basis. They don't hold up very well. They're like a donut, but donuts will hold up a little bit more. I'm kind of used to it when it's cold. It doesn't work that way with a beignet. It just comes dry. They're better when they're hot. You might want to do that. I mean, instead of as a metric you can use to go ahead and promote your business. You also want to review your posts. Go ahead and schedule your posts in advance. Pull out things that's relevant, but your original content is going to be the number one thing that you want to do. So schedule something that's going to go out for 30 days in a row. You know, it can be a video, it can be a talk, or be something that you can talk about baking or talk about a particular recipe that you really like or a special dessert. You know, there's plenty of content out there. Just don't reinvent the wheel. Just go ahead and do it. Talk about the process, the way that you guys come in and love on the donuts, how you, not necessarily how you make them, but give them a story behind it and give them a story behind something special that you're going to be having. But schedule them out. It will help you on your SEO that you post something every single day because it's fresh content that Google is going to get every single day. They're happy. And if people don't look at your posts, ask people to share it. Ask people to make comments. Ask your friends to make comments on the post and share it as well to give you exposure. They can do that for free. And also you want to communicate through those particular platforms like YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook and Instagram, some pictures, some things that you and your employees can do and your employees can share and your friends can share. But at least they see that you're alive, you're in business, and you know you're really communicating to them exactly, hey, what you can do. And also you're going to have to be resourceful. Everything doesn't really cost, but beyond your regular contents of information, your business can also create new content for the audience as well to engage and inform. So be resourceful in that, and maybe do a couple of live streaming or something like that. Bring in a guest or something to talk about a particular topic. So let's take a break real quick, and now we'll go on to talk about the don'ts. Be back in a moment. You listen to the Core Business Show.
You're listening to the Core Business Show, sponsored by Apple Capital Group. Apple Capital Group in Jacksonville, Florida is a commercial lender that specializes in asset-based loans, equipment leasing and financing, invoice financing, commercial real estate loans, and asset-based financing in the U.S. and Canada. Apple Capital Group is a direct lender that lends on their private equity investment portfolio. 90% of most loans are decided within 2 hours, and vendor funding within 24 hours after documents are completed with a one-page application. No slow no's, just a quick decision and a fast yes. To get more information about lending from Apple Capital Group, call 866-611-7457. That's 866-611-7457 to speak with one of our loan specialists. Or visit us right now at applecapitalgroup.com. Welcome back to the core. Once again, here's Tim Jacquet.
Okay, we're back. Now let's talk about some things you don't do. Don't panic. Your business might be going through a rough time, but if you go through a rough time at the same time, you're not going to be able to focus. You're going to collapse. Stay focused. Stay in trying to put out a positive message about your business, about a product, and just keep it fun and lighthearted. Don't take it so seriously. Show that you're in business and people will respond to it. Don't ignore what's happening and people understand they're in crisis. Maybe you can talk about how to have things stay a little bit longer. I don't know if you can freeze milk or you can freeze bread. I'm sure you can freeze dough. Give things like that they can do to preserve their food, what things they can do to have their items stay longer. Hey, if you have this milk, what can I do with the milk? Can I really freeze it? Or what can I do with this dough? Can I really freeze it? Or what can I do to kind of stretch the dollar? Is it really practical to me to make my own bread? Maybe if it's an easy solution without using a bread machine, maybe that's something they could do. You know, they have a family of 5 or 6 and they need to make bread, for sandwiches and so forth. I mean, what can you do to make bread on a daily basis? And to preserve that bread, maybe put it in the freezer, but some things you can do organically. Hey, even thinking about, how to raise a garden. It takes 30 to 60 days to get some things. Show how some simple things they can do is making onions or things in the ground, maybe sweet potatoes that they can do in their backyard and start small, and they will have their own food. So think of those particular things, and if it's something simple and you're sharing it with them, hey, does it really take that much in planting tomatoes or onions or something that can stretch their budget? The last thing, don't make things worse. Remember, people, emotions are running very high, and you need to be ultra sensitive and compassionate towards that communication. If you have things that are going to help people, they will watch you. If you can make gardening simple, they will watch you. So keep that in mind. And outside of that, those are some simple tips and the do's and don'ts, things you can do in social media during this crisis that can help other people. Remember, you're there to help people, not to hurt or complain. Thank you for listening. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. So have a great day, and thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet. For a free quote on equipment leasing and financing, visit our website, applecapitalgroup.com. That's applecapitalgroup.com. And fill out the information to receive your free quote. We hope you'll join us for our next episode. And remember, you can always get to the core via iTunes. You'll find all our previous episodes there. Thanks again for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.